I'm all bunkered down, can't go out. It's a blustery day out here. And yesterday I had to clean out my storage space. I have 95% done. I just have to one more big box to go through and a couple other items that I have to sift through, and I'll be done. Everything's cleaned. And over here, they're going to be working on my storage, well, actually, the whole storage unit for the whole building. We live in a high rise and have a mold in there, issue in there. So the work is going to be starting on our building. The affected as areas are all the storage areas. We have like a 3 feet by 5 feet cage that's open and has we can store stuff down there. So I just basically had my bikes down there, my racing bike, my road bike, and all my exercise equipment, my Thule bike carrier. I had all my five boxes of Christmas items, a ladder. I had my tools down there, and a couple other housewares like curtains and stuff like that in like these big tubs. Luckily, nothing was mildew. I did have a couple surface mildew on the outside of um, the plastic tubs, but all I did was wipe it off with Lysol, and then I had a diluted thing of bleach. I was covered with a mask and gloves, and I just wiped it down. So everything's completed. My house is a little more cluttered, but that's okay. It'll be finishing up in June or July, I should say, end of July, and we're scheduled to possibly move by the end of the year, maybe down south, fingers crossed. So that's what our plan is. So we've been planning this. I've been planning this. I've been hoping and wishing for the last 2 years to move to down south. Either I told him, I said, I don't care. South Carolina, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida. I don't care. I don't really care. It's somewhere down south. Why? Well, because we live in Maryland and it's really expensive here. I don't like it, the area. It's too metropolitan. I want to find a nice little place where I can have a garage. I can have my little art area out there. I can have my tools out there. I'm the one with the power tools, believe it or not. Yeah. Um, all my tools, all my garden stuff, and stuff like that. And besides, my husband will be 69 this year, and he retired once, but he found out that he had to go back to work for a short time. And then coincidentally, I got laid off. So he sort of had to shift things around. We have been having some marital issues. And if you look at, link a video to my other channel, Reinvent My Life, you'll get the full scoop. So, but I don't go too much detail into it on this channel because this is mostly around weight loss and my bag. But the other channel is Reinventing My Life. That's actually my maintenance channel. That was like 15 months out or 13, 12, over 12 months out, my weight loss, and talks about my triathlons, my races, and all that kind of stuff. I really didn't talk too much about it on this channel that much because I really didn't get into too much fitness the first year. It was only like walking and things like that, light stuff, because I was really heavy the first year, and then I didn't lose all my weight. Once I lost all my weight, then I started working on my fitness, right? So, I mean, when you're heavy like that, it's really hard. It's really hard to exercise, and it's very uncomfortable. Of course, my doctor advised me to do either 30 to an hour a day, 60 minutes of some kind of movement to find an exercise in the beginning of my 6-month educational plan to get me through bariatric surgery. And the quest was to find the exercise that I would enjoy, that I would continue this for the rest of my life, because that's what it's all about. It's weight loss is probably, with me, it's 85% diet, and the rest of it is really fitness and movement. So yeah, so like I said, I had mostly big legs, a lot of my lower body. As you can see, I gained, 70, 80 pounds. I lost to a normal BMI, but my legs are really thick. And I started losing weight at 52. So I'm postmenopause. So there's a lot of things that factored into my obesity, hormones, eating disorder. I was addicted to fast food. Um, there's the back of my legs. Yeah. So, I can't be a body beautiful, a Miss America, 52. I got obese when I was in 2000. Well, this was me in 2011. 2012, I decided to go have bariatric surgery. I lost 5 pounds. 5 pounds. Before I went to the doctor, I lost 10% of my weight, 10 pounds. Before I had bariatric surgery, I went on the operating table at 200 pounds. I'm a little shorty. I'm very petite. I'm not big boned or anything like that. I'm not a swole kind of girl. I'm not a Amazon woman. I don't have long legs. None of that, right? So I lost a total of 65, 70 pounds. I fluctuate now. I gained 10%. I gained 10 pounds, 10% of my weight back. But that was my lowest, 147. Did all kinds of body hacks. You can look back on my channel. And yeah, I didn't have any plastic surgery or any liposuction or anything like that. It was all by diet, exercise, hard work, calorie restriction. Yeah, my titties went away. The thunder thighs went away. I lost all the weight, and I was hoping to stay at that, but I didn't. I couldn't hold it there. My legs got to be normal. Normal legs. I had big, thick tree trunk legs. Then I got lymphedema. I got lymphedema in 2016. The backstory is there. Yeah, I had horrible, horrible swelling. Yeah, but they said my legs were normal. I don't know. It's all on there. It was a big shitstorm. So luckily, I'm fighting to stay out of obesity, and that's what I've been doing. Here's when I did triathlons, when I was at my lowest, 147. So yeah, so what I wanted to talk to you today about, and that's some of my artwork. There are some of the birdhouses that I've been painting. I'm starting on these little ones. I'm going to give one of these to my daughter and a little one for her to hang in her yard. I'm going to put a clear coat on. And I'm painting rocks. I paint rocks. I paint beautiful sayings on them and beautiful stuff like that. That's my hobby. I think what happened is I've been a lot of stress since 2000 and really 2007. 2007, I had a lot of stress in my life here, moving here, and you can look back on my videos. I don't want to repeat that, but yeah. So in the midst of having weight loss surgery and going through all that horrible experience, weight loss surgery, and then the stress of losing weight and trying to. The first year, I was trying to lose all my weight so that because I knew the honeymoon, and as it turned out, I only had a 3-month metabolic preve for my surgery, so I had to really work it. And I worked for 3 years, as far as from 2014, I started to train for triathlons, and I did that until I got hurt in 2016. I was throwing up all the time, PBing, sliming, whatever you want to call it, getting stuck. I had gastric reflux disease. I got GERD really bad. I got night cough. I had night cough for the most part of 2017. And yeah, I got a H. pylori bacteria in my gut. I got some kind of autoimmune. I got dry eyes. My hair fell out. I had IBS symptoms from doing a lot of exercise. I think I ruined my gut, the gut junctions, and ran around the constant, medical merry-go-round. This doctor, that doctor, this one tell me this, that one would tell me this, that one would tell me this. Nobody collaborated, so I just got sick of it. But I lost my job in June of 2017, so I don't have any health insurance. So I have to heal my own body to keep myself healthy and on the straight and narrow. So I'm an set boy, and I'm about 160 pounds. I go in the summertime, I'm going to probably drop down to about 155. That's my lowest in the summer because I'm more active. I have 2 gardens, and I do a lot of work out there. Probably I won't be going back to work until we eventually, my husband is really committed to move this year. He's really committed. So hopefully, I have my fingers crossed, hopefully sometime maybe in September. So we hope to be in our new place for the holidays of 2019. So who knows what brings us as far as health wise. You never know. You plan ahead, but who knows what can happen. We had planned on moving in 2018, but it never happened. So my husband says he's done. He's going to be 70 years old. He's not going to work anymore. But with that, we can't stay where we're at because it's too expensive here. We can't live off of with me not working and with him only working part-time. Eventually, I'll go back to part-time, but I'm never going to go back to full-time employment. Absolutely not. I want to do this stuff. I want to work out my yard. I want to have a little garden. I want to have some chickens. I want to have I want to have a goat. I want to get in there and have some goat milk. I want to make some goat cheese. I want to make some goat yogurt when we have a little place and have a little place where I can do my arts and crafts. I made this for my daughter. This was a box. And then when I was out, when I went to Florida, I picked up some shells and stuff like that. So I'm going to make this for her coffee table so she can put some like trinkets and stuff like that. Also, I'm repurposing these pottery. It was a different color, but her kitchen is gray and white and stainless steel. So I'm going to I'm doing everything gray and white and black for her kitchen. And I repurposed this. These are some pottery that I had, and I just repurposed it. And I'm going to put a tree of life on here, and for her kitchen. And I'm repurposing this basket, and I'm starting to do a tree of life on there. And then I'm going to put calligraphy on the basket. And because I took a class in, this is my calligraphy set, Chinese calligraphy. So this is my calligraphy Chinese, Chinese ink. And I do watercolors, Chinese watercolors. And I took a couple of classes in that. And then I'm learning on YouTube. The Chinese, this is the Chinese, I'll give you an example of what Chinese painting is. It's this kind of art form, that kind of art form. And I just love it. I just love it. I just love to paint. I used to be really good in art and stuff like that. I'm a very creative person, like arts and crafts and stuff like that. But when I was working full time and doing 2-hour commutes and going to work sun up and sundown, I didn't have any interest in doing anything. But now I am. So this is when I'm focusing on bamboo and this kind of stuff, that kind of stuff. And this is the trees the trees, these beautiful trees. But this is, you start off when you do Chinese painting and artwork, you start off learning how to do bamboo. These are my bamboo ink. And I learned how to do bamboo here. But and that's my drawing, or my painting, I should say. It's my painting. And this is on rice paper, so that's why. That's my drawing. Yeah, so I enjoy it. So and then I do rocks. I'm painting this. This is a symbol on Hindu, and it says understanding and compassion. So yeah, I do that, and it's my hobby. I have the ability to do that now because I'm not working. And yeah, so here's a ladybug that I painted, ladybug. And these things, here's a some kind of, that's a bee. And then here's another ladybug. Ladybug. So you can use them as door stoppers or put it in your garden or something like that. Here's a heart. I painted this can. I painted that can. So it's sort of like folk art too. So anyway, yeah. So that's what I do. I watch, here's a good, this is the Tree of Life that I'm learning. I like this artist here. She has a really good channel.
Hi everybody, I'm Cinnamon Cooney, your art sherpa, and today I'm so excited to share with you how you can paint this tree today.
So that's what I'm doing, the Tree of Life.
Back and you need the easel right now. I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. Come on, let's go. Let me share with you the materials we're going to be using today to get this great tree done. I have an 11 by 14 canvas board. This is pre-judged.
But I'm going to be painting it on my basket.
Another thing to it. Over here I have acrylic paint. I have the colors Mars Black, Phthalo Blue, Quinacridone Magenta, Phthalo Green, Yellow Ochre, Burnt Sienna, and Titanium White, assorted. We have such strong feelings about them.
That's true, right? About trees.
Do a little curve here.
They're so strong. They got those long roots.
Right?
The Tree of Life. I have a lot of Tree of Life things, earrings and pendants and stuff like that. My daughter loves it too.
Story of clouds and winters and weather, and I'm going to end the branch right here. This is the main trunk. Now it's important for me to set the main trunk. I'm going to get a little water right here. You'll notice I'll dip in and take
I like her because she's like really creative and got a lot of funny color hair.
So I'm going to come over here and I want to tell a really, really interesting story of this tree. So I'm going to bring a little curve here. See, I'm curving around. And I'm going to be following the thickness of my trunk. As I go up, I'm going to taper in because as trees grow up in general, they get finer and twiggier. And you want to make sure that you do that as well. Once I have this basis, I'm going to come right here in the middle of the trunk and I'm going to put in some.
So, you know, YouTube has a lot of instructional videos to do necessarily. You don't have to, you know, do painting. There's a lot of things. I mean, I'm going to learn how to eventually make these headbands, crochet these headbands. My mom showed me how to crochet years ago, but I sort of remember how to do it, so I just have to review it. But anything you want, I learned how to swim, do triathlons on YouTube. I researched that. So
something interesting. Because what makes a tree interesting is all the character. It's the knots and that time it went without.
So I'm going to do that one right there, that Tree of Life.
You know, is sort of interesting. I'm going to wander
on this basket here.
Over. That's an interesting part of the story. Tell great stories with your trees. Now, below this knot, I'm going to wander off a branch. It's going to bend down against its weight, and then it's going.
Yeah, so that relaxes me. I mean, for me personally, I have had a lot of problems, you know, with stress and 7 years of battling obesity, and it's very stressful for me. It's not easy to maintain, especially at my age, in menopause. And I have a lot of personal stress also, losing my job and all these things. So I think I have adrenal burnout, really bad. So that's all this stuff. I'm working on healing my adrenals and working on some of the mental part again. So I cycle around the round things because, that's the circle of life. Nobody's life is perfect. And I'm just trying to be a better me. So take up a hobby. Something that relaxes your mind. This doesn't make me nervous. This calms my mind, and then I can listen to YouTube videos while I paint. So that's what I do. So thank you for tuning in. And I'm going to put in one of the videos on how to heal your adrenals and exactly the education, exactly what's behind adrenal fatigue. So anyway, until next time, stay tuned for the next video. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe for more content.